Hey guys, what's up? Welcome back to my channel. Today we are doing a makeup tutorial on this look. I am so excited about the way that this turned out. I love it. It's purple, it's colorful, but it's still like wearable and you don't feel like, oh gosh, I'm wearing purple eyeshadow, you know? So you guys have been requesting that I do some more colorful tutorials, so I decided to just get things kicked off with a purple look. If you guys want to see some more colorful makeup tutorials, please be sure to give this a thumbs up so that I know that you like it. Subscribe to my channel if you haven't already, and be sure to come follow me on Snapchat, Twitter, and Instagram. And you guys can always feel free to DM me some photos of the types of looks that you guys want to see, like colorful shadows. It's nice to see photos and kind of like really get a vibe of the type of stuff you guys want to see me recreate. So yeah, we can get into this tutorial that I'm so pumped about. Like, I love the way that this look turned out, so I can't wait to share it with you guys. So yeah, let's get into the tutorial now. I really don't want there to be a ton of fallout on the face, so we're gonna do eyes first, starting with a primer. I'm gonna use this one from Marc Jacobs. It's actually one of the best primers that I've been trying recently. A lot of eye primers crease on me. I have dry skin on my face, but my eyelids are really, really oily. But this one has really stood up even when I'm like super sweaty and oily. So I changed my mind. I feel like we'll be fine if we do eyeshadow first. I mean, if you do foundation first and then eyeshadow. If I have a ton of fallout, then you guys learn from my mistakes and you guys can do eyeshadow before foundation. But so I'm gonna start off by priming. I'm gonna use the Wet n Wild Dewy Face Primer. Rub this all over the entire face. For foundation today, I'm feeling this one. It's the Physicians Formula Healthy Foundation. I am in the shade DW2. Just gonna give it a little bit of a shake. What? Oh, it's a twist off, duh. I'm just gonna dot this all over. I'm gonna use a little foundation brush just to kind of like really buff everything in. I want to keep the skin looking really natural and fresh, so what I'm gonna do is just work in super thin layers, just adding a little bit as I go until I get my desired coverage. For concealer, we're gonna be using MAC Pro Longwear. Just taking a little dot on my hands. You can make it look super dewy, or you can set it with powder and it just goes completely matte. I'm such a huge fan of this concealer. So I'm gonna pop this under my eyes for a little bit of added brightness. Then we just need to let this do its thing for a couple minutes before we, you know, like blend it in all the way. So I'm gonna fill in my brows while I'm waiting. And I'm gonna use the Cabral from Benefit. Mine is in the shade number 4. And I'm just gonna give my brows like a really quick light fill. I thought I wasn't recording. Okay, now we will just blend in the concealer. Just gonna use the brush to just kind of soften all the lines. And I'm also putting like a little bit of product on the eyelid just so we have a little bit more of a base for our eyeshadows, but not a lot because you don't want it to be sticky. First order of business is getting some sort of transition shade in the crease. I'm gonna be using Saddle from MAC. It's just been my favorite right now, but you can use whatever you want if you have a favorite transition shade. This isn't really a big deal in terms of shade. You just want to get something that's, you know, a mid-toned brown that's gonna help you blend everything out, and just lightly pop that in the crease. I'm gonna go in with the shade Dusty Lilac. Got one right there. This is from Bobbi Brown, and I'm just gonna pop this all over right on top of the transition shade. Sorry guys. Now we're gonna take the shade Eggplant, which is by Bobbi Brown as well, and I'm just gonna pick this up and lightly apply this to the outer corner of the eye. So just kind of in a tapping motion, lightly pat that on the outer corner. And you wanna be careful, don't put too much shadow because this would be where you could potentially get fallout. But if you just work in layers, you won't get as much fallout. Just kind of applying it and, you know, pulling it forward a little bit too. Okay, now we're gonna go in with the Urban Decay Kristen Leanne palette, and we're gonna take this shade called Spitfire. I'm just using the same brush, and I'm gonna pop this all over my eyelid, avoiding that outer corner. You're just gonna like lightly pull it on the eye and kind of blend as you go too. Now to blend this out and make it a little bit more soft, we're gonna go back in with that Dusty Lilac shadow and just blend everything out. I'm gonna take a pencil brush and I'm gonna pop Dusty Lilac right on my lower lash line too. Just like this, just kind of blending it in there, just so we get some color down there. Gonna go back in with that shade Spitfire on this same pencil brush, and we're gonna pop this on the lower lash line too. All the way from the outer corner to the inner corner. So now this is the fun part. We're gonna use the Natasha Denona Crystal Chrome Top Coat. This one is in brown, mauve, and purple. How insane is this? Like, it's brown right there. Purple, wait, let me redo this, okay. Okay. Brown, purple, brown, purple, brown, purple. It's so cool. Okay, so I'm just gonna pick this up on my finger. You do need to move the product around in the pot, and then I'm just gonna tap this all over the eyelid. And these are waterproof, so you don't have to worry about them creasing. And they'll give you such an unreal glass-like glitter shine. They're insane. And you just wanna kind of tap it in place. Don't pull, because then you'll disrupt the eyeshadow. So just pat it all over the whole eyelid. Now I'm gonna go in with a copper eye pencil just because I think that will complement the look a lot better than a solid black or brown. So we're gonna be using Lucky from Urban Decay. And we're gonna pop this into the waterline, just all the way from the inner corner to the outer corner. And then I'm also just going to put it on the top lash line. And from the Kristen Leanne palette, I'm gonna take that shade called Corona, and I'm just gonna lightly tap this on top of that pencil. Ever so slightly. All right, now ever so slightly, we're gonna use a tiny bit of black shadow to add a little bit of definition to the lash line. So we're gonna go in with that 13th floor black shadow on a tiny pencil brush. This one's a Laura Mercier smoky eyeliner brush. And we're just gonna lightly smudge this into the top lash line. And you really want this shadow to just barely be there. It's really just so that we can give the illusion of a thicker lash line without actually lining the eye or having anything that's super apparent, because I want this to be really purple and bright. Okay, so let's go into bronzer. This would actually be the time that you guys would set your face with some powder if you want to. I don't need powder today, so I'm not gonna be setting my face with powder. For bronzer though, I am gonna be using the bronzer from the Becca and Chrissy Teigen palette. You guys know how obsessed I am with this, so I'm just gonna pick this up on a big bronzer brush, and we're gonna bronze the face. I think with this purple eye look, bronzer is really important because you wanna just make the face look really bright and warm. So I'm gonna be doing a generous amount of bronzer. I'm gonna pull some on the neck as well, get that nice and bronzed up. For blush, I'm gonna go in with Let's Go Nude by Bare Minerals. And for this look, I really recommend you guys using some sort of nude blush, because anything that's too pink or purple or orange is really going to combat with the eye look. So I'm just gonna pop this on the apples of the cheeks. And then let's do highlight. I'm gonna use the L'Oreal Lumi Glow Kit. No, what is this? The Glow Nude Highlighter Palette. I'm gonna be using this one right here. Just gonna apply this to the high points of the face. I do want this to be a really glowy look, so I'm going in with a little bit more highlighter than I normally would. I'm also gonna pick it up on my finger and just apply it to the inner corner of the eye. Now we can set our brows. I'm gonna use the L'Oreal Brow Stylist and just going to, brush the hairs upward, and this will keep them in place. I'm gonna use a little brow pencil and just kind of color my moles back in because I like them and I feel like they look good and summery. So I'm just gonna bring back my freckles and moles. For mascara, I'm going to be using Maybelline Lash Stiletto, one of my favorites, and we're really just gonna pile this on because I want the lashes to be super full and dramatic. So I'm gonna do 3 or 4 coats of mascara. Now we're gonna line the lips. I'm gonna be using Marc Jacobs Nudist Lip Pencil. It's a good one, guys. It's super fleshy. See? It just looks like your own lip color. So I'm just gonna give them a little bit of a line. Now for lip color, I'm going to go in with the Urban Decay lipstick in Tower 1. And I'm just going to apply this right on top. That's so pretty. It has a little bit of sparkle to it. And I'm gonna put just a drop of gloss on the lips. So I'm gonna use Marc Jacobs Sugar Sugar. Just put it on the back of my hand. And we're just gonna tap this right on top, just to give it a little bit more movement and slip. And then all over the face, let's just do a little bit of Tatcha Dewy Luminous. I should have done this before I did mascara and everything, but I forgot. So I'm just gonna block my eyes so that I only get the skin. All right, guys, so this is the finished look. I love this. I'm so in love with it, and I'm gonna wear it out today, and I'm just yes, purple shadow. So I hope that you guys enjoyed this so much. If you have any questions about products or techniques, anything, you guys can hit me up in the comments down below. I will get back to you. Don't forget to follow me on Instagram and send me some inspirational photos of your guys' summer makeup vibes, and then I can do some tutorials recreating stuff for you guys. If there's any specific celebrity tutorials that you guys want to see, leave them down in the comments down below, or send me a Instagram DM of like the photo. That's always a little bit more helpful, just because then I'm like, okay, that's what they want to see. So yeah, I hope you guys like this. Leave a comment down below just to talk to me, because I love talking to you guys, and I will see you in my next video. Be sure to come follow me on my other social platforms to keep up with me when I'm not on here, and yeah, I'll see you guys in my next video. Thank you so much for watching this one. Bye guys.